Good morning, my little kookaburras. Anyways, what's going on, guys? This is a look that you probably won't see me wear very often. But today I'm doing my second review on a different but same 6.5. And the reason I'm going to do a second review on it is because have you guys ever had something that you loved that you let get away? Well, that is the 6.5 millimeter rope for me, guys. Richard out in Chicago, shout out. So, first of all, I just want to say, shout out to him. I sold him that rope. This is a fancy jewelry, but from Jacoji.com. I've had a 7 millimeter, guys, 18 karat, 26 inches. And I had, if you've watched Mike Hall's channel, Try Truth, subscribe to that, go to Facebook and join that group, guys, family. You know that's part of the jewelry hobbyist. You get stuff, you get sick of it, or it's not what you thought, or, or you upgrade or downgrade, or I watched the review earlier of Cuba, Cubanos Loco, and he was talking about like how he upgrades and downgrades, and to me, like, I don't like the word downgrade because I don't feel like you're ever downgrading. I feel like you're just changing your look. And even a 1 millimeter box chain, Franco chain, something like that, guys, it looks good with a pendant, or even, if it's just, it looks good. I mean, everything is a different look. Everything doesn't have to be 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter. So I had the 7 and I've had the 6. And of course, I have 6 millimeters. I've had the 6 millimeter 21 and 22 inches. And I love that double stack look. I have this 6 millimeter here at 26 inches as well. But for me, 7, and I have a 7 millimeter, like I said, right here. And what I can kind of do is, and you can tell the difference there now. So I was going to go, and everything looks a little bigger on camera. That Cuban up there, by the way, guys, is 8, but it comes out to 8.5. So 8.5 Cuban, 6.5 rope, and that's 7. So check that out, the difference. Okay. So I was going to go 7 again. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. And I just decided, that was a little bigger look than what I wanted. I wanted something a little more subtle for me. So 6'4", 245 if you're new to the channel. And you guys know I do that. 6 millimeter, if you've seen Jacoji's reviews, check those out as well. Braden talks about the 6 millimeters, his dream chain, favorite chain. And I'm not gonna lie, so 5 and the 6 millimeter the 5 millimeter is one of my favorite chains. The 4, the 3.5 and the 4 I think is the best for pendants, or even the 3.5. Unless they're smaller pendants. Those are medium-sized pendants. Smaller pendants go 1 to 2, whatever it is. The 6 millimeter, and I have it, it's just, it looks more like it's just a smaller look on me because I'm a bigger guy. So this 6.5 is going to give me the presence I want. I feel like it's not too much. I'm not overbearing anything. But yet, I've got a nice chain here. So, Cuban, Gus Villa, shout out to them. And then that's kind of what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and take off the Cuban here. I know that's important to all you guys. That snap, crackle, pop, right? I will tell you this. My fingers are... All right, guys, so this is what I will normally wear. This is what I walk around in. This is what I was going for. This is a 6.5 millimeter, 24-inch concave flat link from Jacoje.com. And that's the 6.5 at 26 inches from Jacoje.com. Did you guys catch that sale he had the other night? Code Angel. Happy birthday, Angel. But this is what I'm going for here. So guys, if you've not checked the video out on that 6.5 concave, that's because it's still uploading to this day. It got to 70% on Tuesday or Wednesday and capoosed. And I had to start all over, and today it's at 77%. And for some reason, heading at the pace of paint drying. So good luck with that. So here's that 6 millimeter, guys. Can I kind of show you? And the 6 millimeter, if you're going for a solitaire chain and your normal build, or even if you, like I said, try Truth, Mike's size. Mike got that 8 millimeter, the boss. But this is the 6 millimeter, and there's nothing wrong with this. Because I was the ropes always look bigger than this. So I kind of thought that would be, and this is a lot lighter. This one weighs, the 6 millimeter rope, guys, weighs 67 grams at 14 karat. And that's what we're going to be dealing with. The 5 millimeter and the 7 millimeter that I have here will be 18 karat, but the 6.5 millimeter on Jacoje.com only is currently available in 14 karat. What does that mean? That means it's going to be cheaper than the 18 karat. And, you know, I really, like I said, on Rogue Stash, can you really tell the difference? And y'all have me question myself for some time. It's this purity stuff. And 18 karat's so cool. And it's like if you get that piece and if you're just getting one piece and you know you're going to keep it and you're not going to get rid of it, 18 karat's cool. But if you flip jewelry a lot, one time Mike said, and I know I'm going back to his channel a lot, but one time he said, when you're dealing with 18 karat, you're dealing with just a few big fish and a pond. Whereas when you're dealing with 14 karat and you try to resell it, you're dealing with a lot more fish because it's more affordable and it's more, you know, probably desirable here. As for the purity, 22 karat, I'm just gonna say real quick, I've had 22 karat Francos and Cuban and ropes. I like the color of 18 karat the best, and 14. 18 is my favorite because I'm just gonna say, you know, most places sell 14 karat gold. If I were to walk into a jewelry store and I know that that's gonna be more expensive, but they have a pendant or something that I've never seen and I want it, most likely it's gonna be in 10 or 14. And if I match that with 22 karat, it's not gonna look good at all. However, check this out. It was kind of dark in here. And can I tell? The answer is yes. On camera, I don't know. And it's a very subtle difference. And it's only because I have them here by each other. If I did not have them by each other, I wouldn't know which one was 14 and which one was 18. But while we have them up here, guys, check out the 6.5 and check out the 7. So, and I'm gonna hold them back a little bit because I really think that makes a difference. Let's see. Let's grab these guys right here. But it's a real subtle difference, isn't it? You really can't tell. And again, on the color, can you tell which one's which? Let me fix this up here. We're gonna add the 6 millimeter into this mix, guys. Now, I think you can definitely tell the difference in each size. Now, each size is going to have its benefits. Each size is going to have its downfalls. Of course, once you get to 6, 6.5, and 7, you're no longer going to be really into that medium standard size pendant game. It may fit on that 6mm rope, but it's, depending on what look you're going for, guys, that may not look proportional. And it may slide to one side. It may not have that where it stays in the middle, because it may get stuck over here, and you may have to end up, you know, jerking it loose down here. So, but this will kind of help you on your purity challenge here. So 18, 14, 18, or excuse me, 18, 14, 14, 18. So Braden always says, I'm going to hold him here for a minute because some people need to pause and just really look. Just, I mean, if you're in between that 6.5 and that 7 or that other, and they do look bigger on camera, guys. The smaller the chain, I'm going to try to do this. I feel like the smaller the chain, the cuts kind of hit. Of course, the bigger the chain, it has larger surface areas for diamond cuts, so it's going to hit in its own different way. But these little ones just kind of glisten. See that? Look at the 6 and the 5 down here, just kind of going crazy when I turn. Whenever I do this, it's more of a slow-mo effect, where that's just kind of constant. Sometimes you'll notice that this light will run up and down the chain. You'll see somebody just up and down. My suggestion is this. Someone said they were in between the 6.5 and the 7. That's these two. If you're really on the, you just don't know, and you've never had either, and you really wanted to get one, and you're on the fence, and you've got the budget, just go with the 7, because you won't be disappointed. If you get the 6.5, you'll always wonder about the 1, if you should have went up, and it's like, just get the 7. Right now on Jacoje.com, if you check it out, the prices for the 6.5mm are actually still relatively cheap, and the 7mm is actually even a better price if you guys check that out. Of course, that's how it kind of works with chains. The more gold, the better break you get, or the bigger the chain. You know, even if you get a handmade something from DJI or Guthfilla or wherever, if you get a smaller chain handmade, it's harder to do. Bigger chains are easier. So I've done a video on all of these in the 4mm, and I think I did the 3.5, I don't know. But which one would you like, guys? So if you're a small, regular size individual, and you're thinking the 7's too big, and you're in between the 6 and the 6.5, it's really going to be, what do you want? Because that 6.5 is going to have a lot more presence on. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 5mm here, guys. I'm going to put it up next to the 6.5 here so you can see the difference. Because in a 2-layer look, that might look pretty well, right? Sorry if I'm messing with everybody there. So you could have that 6.5 if you've already got a 5mm. Maybe you have 5mm at 22 or 24, and you want to go with a 24 or 26 to go underneath it. That would look really good. But it's really between these guys, isn't it? Because if you're gonna get if you're at a 6, you mean there's no reason to go back down to that 5. So here's the thing. I started off this video saying that this was the second time, and not very long, that I bought this 6.5mm. To me, if out of all of these chains, if I could only have one, I think, and they were all going to be 14 karat, that 6.5 is probably, I mean, you would say, well, over the prices, you would take the 7. And it's, well, if you're paying for them with price the way it is, with presence, because it is a close look, isn't it? There's more of a difference between the 6 and the 6.5, I feel, almost. But the 7 is big, guys. But again, I feel like the biggest difference is, and it's the same, right? 5.5. And so if you're on the fence between the 6.5 and the 7, go 7. If you're on the fence between the 6 and the 6.5, go 6. If you're asking me which was my favorite chain, my favorite rope is either a 6.5 millimeter or a 5 millimeter. And I think it's a 6.5 because I think anything bigger than a 7 would be too big for me, for my taste, on how I like to look. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just, my look. And, also, I get headaches and stuff like that as well. This was the last one in 26 inches on Jacoji.com at the moment. I bought one of these in July or August, it seems like, and I had it. I believe it was July. I bought it in July. And I absolutely loved it, guys. I thought it was, I did a review on it. I think you've seen it. I thought it was, a great chain. Probably one of my favorite chains. 26-inch rope. Always wondered if I should get a 28. At this point, I know the 28 would be too long for me. So I sold it. I sold it to, like I said, shout out Richard. The thing was, the rope, this guy's at 26 inches listed on Jacoji.com, is 94.5 grams. The one that I bought weighed 97.6, or excuse me, 96.7. So 2.2 grams more, right? So you have to figure that in when you're paying per gram. And it's like, okay, that's good deal. Good deal. Well, I sold it. And I wanted another one. And you can go to Jacoji.com or most places, and if you try to add something to the cart, like 2 of them, for instance, it'll say there's one available. You've already added the one to your cart that's available. So I didn't know what to do. Because I felt like if I bought this rope, because I really wanted it, but I got it and it didn't weigh 96 point something. I lost in life. No, I'm just kidding. So I debated on getting a 7 millimeter because of that. I thought, well, okay, this is 7 millimeters, a little cheaper per gram, and it would look good. I have the 7 millimeter, I've had it before, but I just knew that, man, I'm in between that 6 and that 7. I kept thinking I'm in between that 6 and that 7. Why did I sell that 6.5? And so I pulled the trigger. I bought it, and I was very, very nervous, guys. What if it came in even shorter than what it said? Because something, it's an average. If it says 94.5, that means some of them probably weigh 93.5. I don't know. All I knew is that I needed this guy to weigh 96 because I wanted to win at life. Well, I got it, and on my scales, it weighs 96.7. On the card, I believe it weighs 96.6 or something like that. I don't care. It's the same exact weight that the other one weighed that I sold, and I could not be happier, guys, with it, because I'm going to tell you that I wore that hoodie that I was talking about that looked fine, and that even pulls this down. So here's the thing, if you're 2-chaining and you're wearing a flat up here, a rope will help, or another chain, a heavier chain will help hold down that lighter chain. So if you have a hoodie that's pulling this up and you put on a heavier chain, it's going to pull it down. This is my look that I am going to be going for. Switching it up. I'm still going to have the 5 millimeter. I think what I'll do, because there's a drastic difference between 55 grams. Now that one's heavier than what it's listed on the site too, I think by 2 grams or something. So I just, heck yeah, you know. That one's, again, one of my favorites. I don't see myself getting rid of that one, but who knows? You guys know how things go and how, you know, you buy stuff, and I want to make sure I have this. I got it twisted up here. Gotta make sure I look legit for you guys, right? But anyways, so there it is. That is why I've done 2 reviews. That is 2 different robes, okay? The last one that I did, the 6.5, that's in Illinois. This one, or Illinois, if you want to pronounce it like most Missouri, but Missouri, that's how I pronounce it. I don't do Missouri. I don't know where that came from, guys. If you pronounce it that way, I'm not making fun of you. I was born and raised here, and it's Missouri, Missouri. Just saying. Anyways, what do you think? Again, right before I let you go here, there it is at a 4-inch. Okay, so here's your 5mm rope, guys. Let's do it this way, like this. Okay. So if you wanted to pair that, I don't know about that. I think that 5 might be a little too thin. However, at 20, because we're going to pretend that you're all wearing 26 inches, maybe at 22 inches and ignore the top part, I think that looks, you know, okay. But again, what look are you going for here? Okay, guys, here's the 6mm. And again, if you layered that, that is a good look to me. There it is at 25 inches, if you wanted to do that. And I have done that a lot. It makes, you have 2 chains, you have one at 6, you have one at 6.5, or you have one at 5, you have one at whatever. And it just lays there, because if you have a thinner chain, if you ever 2-chain them, sometimes you'll get that going on. That little bitty thin one is just a little longer. But yeah, you got that. And then even up here, that's at probably 23 and 22. And for you guys that like chokers, can't even see it anymore, it got stuck. So that's 6mm, guys. 7. I wouldn't do anything bigger up here. So if you have this, you might be able to get away with because it's very close. However, when you do this down here, you're going to want that bigger one to usually always be longer. I would say that's probably my preferred look. So again, if you wanted to do it where it's laying on each other, check that out. That's a 6.5 and a 7. But if you're going for that, you know, this would be 28 inches if this laid like this. I don't know what's going on there. It's caught on me. There we go. So that'd be a 6.5 and a 7. And really, if you want to pull that up there, that'd be a 24-inch 6.5. And then that 7-inch would be at 26 inches. And if we even went a little higher up here, let's see if I can do it. There you go. That'd be a 22-inch on me and a 24-inch. That's my chain I'll never get rid of anyways. Check out my hat up close and personal. But so anybody's like, oh, you just dropped that chain, he's gonna try to sell it. Just playing. If you guys don't know how chains come, if you've not bought one, whenever they get shipped, unless they're handmade, if it's handmade, it's probably never touched another piece of jewelry. But if you guys buy this rope, it came with a bunch of brothers and sisters, and they are all together. Just like this, guys. Oh my gosh, can you believe the insanity? Oh, it's gonna scratch. Don't worry about scratches. Listen, if you got something that's heavy, big old polish, 12 millimeter, 10 millimeter, even a 10 millimeter, I know you guys are thinking that's huge. It's, you know. But you guys, I understand on the large surface areas, you don't want to get scratches. However, wear your jewelry. Don't let your jewelry wear you. I love that quote. Heard that when I started doing buying watches and stuff. So, which rope is the best? For me, it's the 6.5 millimeter, and I hope you see why. I think the 7 millimeter looks awesome. You're looking at 111 grams, I think, for that guy at 26 inches. Guys, I just think that, or maybe it was 101. I can't remember. I think it's 111. 120 at 18 karat, something. This is for me. If I just want to wear that, but you know what? I love having flat links. I love them both, and it's like, gosh dang it, I want to wear two at a time. I want to wear a flat link because I like it, whether it's a Figaro, whether it's this right now. But I think that the center of attention will be this rope. So I can, whether I get a 22-inch fig or 24-inch in the future, or I pair it with another rope like that 6 millimeter. The cool thing is 18 karat, 14 karat, and a rope. And I know I talk a lot about ropes because that's what I've been on lately. And always, that's always been one of my favorite chains. My favorite chains are rope chains, and I would say the Jacoji, and I know that's, calling out of them, his baby curb, 7 millimeter, never seen an 8.8. I know somebody maybe just got a bracelet, maybe. But in the Tri-Truth group from somebody else, but maybe from Richard, which I would have taken, sir. But I hope you guys have a really blessed day. It's Friday. Have a wonderful day. Do something kind for somebody else. Leave a comment if you guys watch this video. What do you think? Do you think, you don't need to tell me I should win 7 or anything else, because I don't care. I don't want to go 7. I wouldn't have won 7. I've been 7. This is where it's at for me. 6.5 millimeter concave flat, Jacoji.com, 6.5 millimeter here. And then, I think this looks good in sweatshirts. I think it looks good in t-shirts, and I think it looks good. I'm wearing kind of a sweater right now, I guess. So it's a t-shirt under it. It's a Jacoji shirt, surprise, price. So you guys have a blessed day. Enjoy your weekend. I'll hit you up with another video soon. Stay blessed.